When someone you love starts pulling away, it doesn't happen like a door slamming shut. It happens like sand slipping through your fingers, so quietly you barely notice until your hands are empty. And that's exactly what happened with Claire. See, most of us believe that when it's over, there'll be a conversation, a clear moment where she sits you down and says the words. But Claire never did that. She didn't have to. Because Claire left her heart behind long before she ever thought about leaving the room. And the tragedy is, the man standing beside her had no idea he was already alone. Let me tell you something that might sting a little, but I need you to hear it because it could save you months, maybe even years of confusion. There are 3 quiet signs that show up when a woman like Claire has already made her decision. And if you're paying attention, really paying attention, you'll catch them before you lose yourself completely. The first thing that changes is almost invisible. Claire stopped caring how her actions made him feel. Not in some dramatic, cruel way. She didn't yell or throw things. She just stopped noticing. The warmth she used to carry in her voice when he was upset slowly disappeared. The questions she used to ask about his day became shorter and shorter until they vanished entirely. When he told her something hurt him, she didn't argue about it. She didn't even acknowledge it. She just shrugged, like his pain was background noise she had learned to tune out. And here's where it gets dangerous. He started blaming himself. He thought maybe he was too needy, too emotional, too much. He convinced himself that wanting basic kindness from someone who claimed to love him was somehow unreasonable. But listen to me carefully. Wanting to feel safe with someone who holds your heart is never too much. Never. Claire was still there physically. She still answered texts sometimes. She still showed up occasionally, but her presence became a ghost of what it used to be. She was standing right next to him while her soul was somewhere else entirely. He was looking at the fact that she was still there instead of noticing how little she was actually giving. And that difference, my friend, is everything. The second sign crept in like winter. Claire stopped putting in any effort to keep the connection alive. He became the only one reaching out, the only one asking questions, the only one trying to keep the conversation from dying in silence. Every plan was his idea. Every phone call was his initiative. The relationship that once flowed naturally between 2 people now rested entirely on his shoulders, and he was exhausting himself, carrying something she had already set down. He made excuses for her. She's busy with work. She's going through a tough time. Things will get better soon. And maybe some of that was true, but here's the difference he missed. A woman who wants you in her life during a storm still finds 30 seconds to let you know you matter. Claire wasn't in a storm. Claire had simply stopped trying. She had gotten comfortable receiving everything while giving nothing back. And the most heartbreaking realization he eventually faced was this. If he stopped reaching out tomorrow, the entire relationship would dissolve into silence, not because of a fight, not because of betrayal, but because she had already stopped holding her end of the rope months ago. The third sign was the one that finally broke through his denial. Claire stopped putting him in her future. When a woman loves you deeply, you exist in her tomorrow as naturally as breathing. She talks about trips you'll take, holidays you'll share, dreams you'll chase together. You're woven into the fabric of everything she imagines. But Claire's language shifted. The word we became I. Plans for next month stayed vague or never came up at all. When the future entered conversation, he felt her pull back instead of lean in. She wasn't building a life with him anymore. She was quietly building a life without him, and she never said a single word about it. Now, I want you to understand something deeply important. None of these signs alone mean everything is finished. People go through difficult seasons. Stress hits. Life gets overwhelming. One bad week doesn't define a relationship. But when you see a pattern, when the caring fades and the effort disappears and the future goes quiet, month after month, that pattern is telling you a truth your heart doesn't want to accept. The hardest part isn't seeing these signs. The hardest part is accepting that you cannot love someone back into loving you. You cannot earn it through patience or suffering or loyalty. You cannot talk someone into wanting you. And staying in a place where you're the only one fighting doesn't make you devoted. It makes you lost. Your worth doesn't decrease because Claire stopped recognizing it. The right woman won't leave you wondering every single day whether you matter to her. She won't make you decode mixed signals or carry the entire relationship on your broken back. She'll meet you halfway because losing you would hurt too much. So tell me honestly, which of these 3 signs hits closest to home for you right now? Drop your answer below because this conversation matters and you are not alone in it. Stay close to this community because next time we talk, it might change everything you thought you understood about love. Take care of yourself. You deserve to.